I think this matchup all comes down to our offensive line versus their defensive line and whether or not our line is able to keep Josh clean enough against some of these big guys. In particular, I'm looking at Quinnen Williams and CJ Mosley if he's coming on some blitzes or doing some disguise coverages, just what our line can do to keep Josh clean and able to make good decisions. That being said, I think that this is a game where Shaquille Griffin said it after the game against the Jaguars that they were just looking over at the sideline and they weren't feeling the intensity from the Bills, and they felt like they were out there as the only team that wanted it. Paraphrasing here, of course. But I think this is a classic get-right game, if you will, and I think McDermott is going to be on their asses this week, and if we don't see this team come out fired up after taking an embarrassing loss like that, I don't know what else could really be the wake-up call. You know, we've heard it a couple times this season. You're like, oh, the Steelers game, well, that'll be a wake-up call. They should have beat that team. And, oh, the Titans, you know, that was a close game. That'll be a wake-up call that they're always going to get everybody's best shot. For me, that Jacksonville game that has to be the wake-up call of, you know, you went out there and you lost to them. It's a cliche for a reason, you know. It really is any given Sunday. Any team can win or lose to any team any given week. But just on paper and the level of talent and experience we have on this team, that's not a game that we should go out and lose. So I feel like the Jets are going to feel the wrath of the Bills just trying to get back on track and really come out fired up. I think the defense is going to be really buzzing and thumping. They played a great game, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, they're feeling like maybe we could have got another turnover or another key sack or something like that could have really helped the offense out on a day that they were struggling. So my prediction for this game is we see some big performances from guys that we haven't really seen blow up yet this year per se. I think Stephon Diggs, I think he goes over 100 yards, brings in a touchdown. I think with the run game struggles that we've had, maybe we see a little bit more of like the Isaiah McKenzie jet sweep. Maybe not even running the play a ton, but just using that motion to kind of spread them a little bit laterally and make them think about covering sideline to sideline. End of the day, I have the Bills winning in a pretty convincing fashion, but still being fairly tight. Put this one at like 28-17. The Bills have the ball in the final possession and, you know, could possibly go down and score, but happy to go away with the win there. That being said, my prediction kind of adjusts on what quarterback we have back there, so it's kind of hard to predict what the outcome is going to look like when we're not even sure who their starting quarterback will be.